some broad concepts connected with this word? You have mentioned some. Fairness is one. What are some other broad concepts connected with the idea of justice? Equality. Any other words that you would connect with justice? Judgment. Okay? I think when we speak of justice, we usually mean fairness or equal treatment. So then we can say that justice is relative to the culture in which it appears. When you find or try to define justice, you must always keep in mind the particular culture that you're talking about. Justice in our time, here, 1970, is not the same justice that you will meet 10 years from now in a different country. It is relative. Can change with the time, change with the place. Can we therefore say that any society can exist without justice? Can you have a society without justice? And we said that it is relative and it varies. So we'll know we will not always find the same idea of justice from one country to another, one time to another. But can you have a society without justice? No, you cannot have. Okay, what do we mean by the word justice? What does it mean?
We can think of justice in the idea of having equality or being fair with a person is that certain way.
Okay, good. Any others? Add anything to that?
I think the word justice comes from an environment or a culture. For example, I believe that it's the right of a person voted upon by an environment or society. For example, one country may say this is right to kill a person in South America, not by the culture. But here in the United States, we say it's wrong to kill a person and is tried for it.
Okay, so justice is decided on by the culture. Culture determines how we interpret the meaning to justice. Okay, now, let me ask you this. You can't have the idea of justice without the idea of some right. You must have some right. If you have no right, then you don't have to worry about the idea of justice. Let me ask you, can you think of any rights that are self-evident or self-existent? Can you think of any rights that we have? In our Constitution, we say, we hold these rights to be self-evident. What do we mean by that? Can you think of any? Okay. You're saying that each individual has the right to decide what is right or wrong, good or bad. Would you agree with it?
Certain times, the homes what we might say is right. Now we have decided to go to override that. We should go and tell me, search for men to kill with sole purpose. But in wartime, that idea pushed aside. When it's finished, that idea will come back again. You can still
Okay, so can we say that there are any rights that are self-evident for always, that do not change? That there are some rights that are self-existent? You can find them any place among all people. One of our famous sociologists, by the name of William Sumner, once said that nothing but might has ever made right. Think about that. Nothing but might, but power, has ever made right. Would you agree with that? Okay, so looking at it from the other side would help us to decide if it is right or wrong. Would you say?
The word power could be like taking advantage of existing, I can't say, existing environment, and in what is right belongs to the person taking advantage of the existing environment.
Let's go back to that idea that only power, only might makes right. Can you accept that? Is that true today? Must you have power to have rights? Or are the only rights that we have achieved through the use of power?
Really, I want to understand what you really mean by power. Do you mean that what each individual has learned?
Okay, that's the question I was waiting for. What do you mean by power?
To me, power is so you want to decide something. Decide what's a wrong decision. So I think it for me by power.
Okay, you want to add to that?
Now, we can make a power with enough influence by culture. It can have a strong culture, and therefore it's important another culture to follow it.
So you're talking about power among comparative cultures.